In this video, I'm going to show you this spreadsheet that you see on the screen, which is a customer tracker. This spreadsheet is used to register customers and follow up on contact with that customer, in addition to having a calendar of upcoming contacts with customers that you will have to call. If you are interested in this material, it is available for purchase at the link here in the video description. The spreadsheet effectively starts with customer registration. So you will have an easy way to register customers in your database here within the spreadsheet using this form that you see on the screen. You just need to fill in the customer data here and click on the Register Customer button so that the consolidated data comes to this database. But before actually registering, you need to define what you want to register. That is, what data about your customer do you want to collect so that you can insert it here in this database. To do this, you will fill out this spreadsheet, which has up to 15 items for you to fill out. You will start filling in from the third line. Why? The full name and the customer registration code in your database are required in fixed data in the spreadsheet. You cannot change these two fields here. But from them, that is, from line 3 downwards, you can enter data that is relevant to your business. Each business needs to analyze what is important to it. In this case, we have the document, we have the address, the city, the phone number. This is the data I want to collect from my client for my registration. So, you will enter this data here and it will appear as required data for you to collect from this client. Once you have filled in the data here in the fields you are seeing and clicked on the Register Customer button, the data will come here to this customer database that is in the tab next to it. Don't forget that we're talking about a spreadsheet that runs on Microsoft Excel. There's no way to use products other than Excel to achieve the features we'll see here. So, if in a random case, for example, I enter the data here in the blank fields, as it should be, and click on Register Client, a message will appear saying that the client has been registered and consolidated in the database, and if you come here to the side, you will notice that all the data is appearing. We put random data, but whatever you enter will appear here. Once you have entered the relevant customer data, you can then monitor and follow up with that customer. So we can come here to the space and do all the monitoring registration. So let's suppose there is a customer who is this customer with this code here. This code is the code that you had entered as a record. You are going to make a call to this customer to try to sell him something. So, you come and insert his client code in this cell. When you insert a code that exists in your client base, the client's name will appear first here in the full name cell, and his last contact will appear. So, the last time you contacted this customer and recorded it here in the spreadsheet, it will appear here on the side. It will show the date and time, and also the contact details. Will show the sale that was made. Will show as well, and when the customer asked you to call them previously. So, based on this data, you can already understand what was pending, for example, with the client from the last time. If he asked for something specific, when you call him today, you can consult what was said in the last call, and from there have a call that talks about what was said on that last day. So let's suppose that I'm going to call this client here, who has the code that we had informed. What do you need to enter here for the spreadsheet? You have to enter the date and time of the call, so I'm going to assume that I'm making this call on June 6th, 2024 at 3 p.m. Obviously, I am currently filling out the spreadsheet in a date and time format that may be different from yours, but this is general to Excel, so don't worry about it. The spreadsheet is adapted according to your version of Excel. Then you're going to enter contact details. So you come here and enter what was said on that call. If a sale was made, you will enter the value of that sale here. So I will enter, for example, the value of my sale, $250. And days until the next contact. Let's assume the customer asked you to call back in X days. Or you, by culture, return every 30 days. So you come here and enter days for the next contact. Once the call has been made and the data has been entered here, you can click on Register Monitoring. When you click, the data is simply cleared. The registered tracking message indeed appears, and if you just see here, there is a base here next to it. That will bring everything you put into this base. So, it becomes much easier for you, for example, to filter the client code here and look at everything that has been spoken to them historically. This base does not need to be changed. It is filled in automatically when you fill in the follow-up on the previous tab. And then, finally, we have the calendar. What is this calendar? Since you are maintaining a steady stream of calls with clients and scheduling dates for the next call, it is important to have a calendar so that you can see what you have to do in a given week. Therefore, since I called this client on June 6th and said I would get back to him in 30 days, I should get back to him on July 6th, 2024. If I come here to my calendar and put here the 6th of July, 2024, everyone I have to call on that day will appear, because the planner automatically sees which future days you will have to call and creates a calendar with that. So you just need to put a reference date. It's the date that will appear here in the middle of the week, so you can see the 3 days before and the 3 days after, and then you can automatically see who the customers are that you have to call that day, the name of the customer that will appear here, or their registration code. It's easier for you to work with the name and then you will serve that customer. But if you also want, you can work with his record and then you will bring this code here for your monitoring. And then you can track who the customer is, what was said on the last call, and everything else. So, as I told you, this spreadsheet is used first to track customers from the point of view of customer registration and also calls, monitoring, follow-up, calls that you will make to try to make sales to this customer base. As I told you, this material is quite complete and is available for purchase at the link in the video description. Don't miss the opportunity to have very complete material to help you track customers. See you around and see you later.